all! Many of you have probably interacted with USDT at least once. We buy it to then exchange it for cryptocurrency, we can even use it for staking, but has anyone ever wondered why USDT? Why has it become so widespread and what is it all about? What is he provided with? This is what we will talk about with you today. USDT Tether is one of the most famous and widely used stablecoins in the cryptocurrency world. Stablecoins, on the other hand, are a type of digital asset whose value is pegged to some stable asset, most often a fiat currency such as the US dollar. In the case of USDT, its value should always be equivalent to $1. The company behind USDT, Tether Limited, plays a key role in its operation and has attracted both interest and controversy in the crypto community. Let's look at what USDT is, how it works, the history of its creation, the features of the Tether company, and related discussions. USDT was first launched in 2014 under the name Real Coin, but was soon renamed Tether. The core idea of stablecoin is simple: to provide a cryptocurrency that combines the benefits of blockchain technology, fast cross-border transactions, decentralization, with the relative stability of traditional currencies. Each USDT token, according to Tether Limited, is backed by real US dollars or their equivalents, for example, US Treasury bills, in the company's reserves. This means that at any given time the total amount of USDT issued must match the amount of assets in the Tether reserves. USDT is supported by almost all existing blockchains, so it is universal and can be used almost anywhere. Tether Limited was founded in 2014 by a group of entrepreneurs including Brock Pierce, Reeve Collins, and Craig Sellers. The company is registered in the British Virgin Islands, a jurisdiction known for its loyalty to crypto businesses and minimal transparency in terms of information disclosure. From the very beginning, Tether Limited worked closely with the Bitfinex crypto exchange, which later became the source of many questions and suspicions. The two companies share the same executives, including Chief Financial Officer and General Counsel Stuart Hogner. The first release of USDT on the Bitcoin blockchain through the Omni protocol was relatively small, but over time the popularity of the token grew rapidly. By 2025, USDT's market capitalization will exceed tens of billions of dollars, making it the largest stablecoin in the world, ahead of competitors such as USDC from Circle and DAI, a decentralized stablecoin from MakerDAO. USDT's success was largely influenced by the fact that it was one of the first stablecoins launched back in 2014, back when the cryptocurrency market was still the Wild West. The idea of an asset pegged to the US dollar seemed revolutionary. Bitcoin and Ethereum would then lose or gain hundreds of percent in value in a day, making them inconvenient for settlements or preserving capital. USDT came up with a solution to this problem before others, which gave it a head start. While competitors like USDC launched in 2018 or DAI 2017 were just emerging, Tether was already gaining popularity among traders and exchanges. In addition, as already mentioned, Tether was closely associated with the Bitfinex crypto exchange, one of the largest trading platforms at that time. This allowed him to quickly integrate into exchanges. Previously, when closing transactions, traders could not simply sell cryptocurrency and receive USDT and then withdraw it into dollars or other currency to their card, etc. And so, one of the first stablecoins, USDT, began its march expanding extremely quickly and attracting more and more liquidity. The instrument has become especially popular in countries with unstable economies or strict currency control, such as Venezuela, Argentina, Turkey, or China. In these regions, access to the US dollar through traditional banks is often limited, but USDT provided an easy way to store and transfer dollar values through cryptocurrency. The key point that sets USDT apart from many other cryptocurrencies is its static collateral. Tether Limited claims that its USDT token is backed by assets in the company's reserves. Initially, it was about 100% backing in US dollars, But later in 2019, the company revised its statements to indicate that reserves include not only cash dollars but also other assets such as loans to third parties and short-term securities. This move caused a wave of criticism and doubts about whether USDT is truly backed one by one. Unlike competitors such as Circle USDC, which regularly publish independent audit reports, Tether has long avoided a full audit. Instead, the company provided so-called attestations from accounting firms, which are not the equivalent of full audit. For example, in 2021, Tether published a report in which it indicated that only about 3% of its reserves were cash, while a significant portion was in commercial paper and other less liquid assets. This has raised concerns that in the event of a mass withdrawal of funds, Tether could face liquidity problems. And learn more about other stablecoins and choose the one that is best suited for your purposes. Go to my Telegram using the link in the description and read the post about the pros and cons of different stablecoins. But let's return to the topic of the video. Tether and Bitfinex have rapidly been at the center of scandals. In 2017, hackers breached Tether, stealing about $31 million worth of tokens, raising questions about the company's security. However, the loudest conflict was with US regulators. In 2019, the New York Attorney General's Office (NYAG) launched an investigation into Tether and Bitfinex, accusing them of concealing losses amounting to $850 million. According to NYAG, Bitfinex used Tether reserves to cover its financial problems, which contradicted claims that USDT was fully backed. In 2021, the case ended in a settlement. Tether and Bitfinex paid a fine of $18.5 million and agreed to regularly publish reserve reports. However, Trust in Tether has never fully recovered. Adding pressure came from regulators at the Commodity Futures Trading Commission (CFTC), which fined Tether $41 million in 2021 for making false reserve statements between 2016 and 2018. And recently, USDT has again come under attack, this time from the European Union. This is due to the introduction of new regulatory requirements, in particular the Markets in Crypto Assets Act (MiCA), which fully came into force on December 13, 2024. The European Union sets strict rules for the stablecoin issuers, including the need to obtain an e-money license, ensure transparency of reserves, and comply with reporting standards. Tether, which had previously come under attack for the opacity of its reserves, this time also did not meet the requirements of the new law, which led to a wave of USDT delisting on all European exchanges, including even Coinbase. Although the company claims that its USDT stablecoin is fully asset-backed, it has never been fully audited by a major accounting firm, relying instead on attestations from less rigorous organizations. This even triggered one of the largest declines in USDT market volume in recent years. Tether himself responded to this by saying that the company has long-term plans for the European market and is also going to invest in MiCA-approved projects. However, there was no news that the company would finally undergo a full audit procedure. So, and what is the result of all this, and what is the future of USDT? Will it really disappear completely? I doubt this, at least if they do not hide the fact that the stable is not backed one by one as promised, in which case we may be in for an event even more serious than the collapse of FTX, which by the way I talked about in one of my previous videos. If you haven't watched it yet, run and watch it immediately after you finish watching this video. But until then, USDT remains the simplest, most convenient and widespread tool for storing value in dollars, and the bulk of USDT trading volume still occurs in Asia, so there is nothing to worry about for now. I personally still use USDT and plan to use it, but you should always be on your guard. You never know what could happen tomorrow, so I highly do not recommend keeping all your money in USDT or even in just one thing. Always diversify your portfolios and do not load all your money even to stables. Keep them in fiat as well. That is all for me. Read the post about stablecoins in my Telegram, learn to diversify your portfolio, and get ready to make money on the opportunities that appear almost every day. Give me likes and comments. and I'm off to prepare material for a new video.